welcome to Scoubi Club. Today we're making this 2-strand box stitch project. And these are great for your backpack, for putting on a zipper, for using as a key ring, whatever you'd like to accessorize. You can't go wrong with Scoubi. We sell these kits in our Scoubi Club shop. You can choose your own colors and your own charms, and I'd like to think there's something for everyone. If you do purchase from our shop and you'll receive your kit in an envelope similar to this one, which contains your craft lace material in the colors of your choosing, as well as a small envelope with your small parts. So this one has a Scoubi hook, but if you're using your own materials, you can use a key ring, a paper clip, anything you might have at home to use as a fastener would be fine. And also this one has a skateboard Scoubi charm that we're going to add at the end. Anyone who does Scoubi will tell you that getting started is always the hardest part. So we're hoping that I can show you an easy way to start a 2-strand Scoubi so you'll be able to do this piece on your own. So first you want to separate out the colors. And I'm going to start with blue. And to get started, you'll put your key ring, hook, whatever you have, onto your first strand, and you want to get it as close to the middle as possible. So I generally try to match up the ends so I know that I'm close to where I should be. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put the Scoubi material on my left hand. The left piece of the material should be facing forward towards you, the right piece as well, but behind. So now you want to take the right piece and flip it over your finger, and you should have something similar to this. Take your second strand, in our case today it's green, and feed it underneath the 2 loops. And pull that through. And again, you want this piece to be towards the middle. So you can use the similar technique as lining up the ends. All right, so you should have something similar to this. From here, you'll take the piece on the left and go over the first loop and under the second loop. Okay. You kind of want to keep your thumb there so the material doesn't move. Okay, and then you'll take your right strand and again go over the first and under the second loop and then pull that through. Okay, and so you want your material to kind of be lined up almost like an equal sign. From here you can gently remove your fingers, and you'll take one color in each hand and gently pull. And my hook's getting a little crazy, so I'm just gonna put it back there, and that's fine. So you'll pull and pull just gently. You don't want to be too rough with it until you see what looks like a checkerboard pattern. So if you see this, you're doing the right thing. All right, so this one, it started. So if you've done it this far, you've done the hardest part. So we're back to our checkerboard pattern, and I generally like to start on the bottom left here, and you flip it away from you so that it meets up with the blue square on the opposite side, and do the same thing with the other blue. So again, you're back to that equal sign. So this time we're going to start with our right strand, because see how this piece is loose? So if we start with the left, there won't be anything to kind of tie down or lock down the stitch. So again, you're going to go over the first and under the second. And that over under pattern is very widely used in this type of craft. And I still to this day will say to myself, over and under. All right, and again, you're going to go over this guy and under that one. Okay, and just as a side note, you want to make sure that your material is not twisted, because it's always frustrating when you get through your project and then you notice you had a twisted stitch somewhere up towards the top. So you want to be careful to check it as you're going along and make sure that the loops are lying flat, that there's not any type of twist in your material. So again, you want to pull to try to get back to that checkerboard pattern. All right, so again, here we are, checkerboard. Okay, and so again, you'll do a similar, you can move it or however you want, as long as to do the second stitch, you'll do the blue back towards you. See, so it's matching up with his partner on the other side, and then the other blue away from you. So as you're doing this, if you have two blues facing you, something's wrong. So that's kind of a good checkpoint. So again, because this guy is out, we're going to start with this left-hand one and go over the first one, under the second one. And then take this one on the right, over the first one, under the second one. And then you'll pull until you see the checkerboard again. So that's the box stitch. You'll do that over and over until you have your Scoubi at the length that you would like. Again, there's our friendly checkerboard pattern, and let's end it. So what I usually do, you could just tie a knot. I think it's cleaner to do this method that I'm about to show you, but feel free to use your creativity. So you do one more stitch. So see, one's towards me, one's away from me. I'm starting with this one, over, under, over, under. All right. So we're going to pull it, but not as tight as all the other ones. To finish this off, we're going to make a nice clean knot by we'll start with the blue one and go around the one of the same color and through the middle. Oops. And it's okay if it's a little loose for right now. All right, so take the green and go around the green loop and up through the middle. Your next one, around the blue loop, up through the middle, and last green, and we'll go around the bottom of that. Like it starts getting a little crowded in there, and through the middle. All right, so now we're just going to gently pull on the strings until you get a nice clean knot. Our last step is to attach the Scoubi charm. I like to put it right onto the hook using the clasp, just like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please visit our Etsy shop. Also, reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram. We'd love to interact with you and see the Scoubies that you've made. Thanks!